Hi XRP family, welcome to a new video on the channel. Let's dive into the latest updates and key developments for the cryptocurrency market, especially focused on XRP. We have some important updates today, particularly coming from the United States, where Florida, one of the most well-known states in the country, has just proposed a law that would eliminate the state capital gains tax on Bitcoin, XRP, and stocks. This is huge news for XRP specifically, as it could directly benefit from this no-tax approach in the US. The proposal starts in Florida, but the expectation is that other states might follow the same strategy, which could create a significant ripple effect across the entire US market. So it's essential to understand what's going on with taxes on capital gains in the US for domestic assets like XRP. While the situation with Bitcoin isn't entirely clear yet, for XRP, we do know it's included in this proposed law to eliminate capital gains taxes. That's why this news is so important. It's about understanding the bigger picture. Now let's take a quick look at the crypto market right now, so you can see what's going on in real time. Bitcoin is sitting at around $69,000. Earlier today, Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy made another big Bitcoin purchase, reinforcing his ongoing commitment to the asset. XRP is currently at $2.33, showing a modest 2.2% recovery. XLM is at 28 to 29 cents, and Hedera Hashgraph is holding at 19 cents. Overall, we're seeing recoveries across the board in the crypto market. We covered some of this in the previous video because Trump recently delayed the 50% tariffs on Europe until July 9th, which has relieved some of the immediate pressure on the markets. That's definitely a factor in the current price action. Before we continue, if you're new to the channel, I invite you to subscribe and activate all notifications so you don't miss any of our updates. Please leave a like on this video. It really helps support the channel. And drop any comments below with the hashtag XRP. By the way, just a quick reminder, there's an amazing book about XRP on Amazon. It's called XRP, The Silent Revolution. It's a great resource if you want to understand more about Ripple and how XRP is shaping the future of global finance. You'll find the link in the description. Go check it out. Now, let's get into the news. As I mentioned earlier, Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy has made yet another Bitcoin purchase. 4,020 Bitcoins valued at over $427 million. He continues to double down, showing relentless confidence in Bitcoin, even selling off shares of MicroStrategy itself to fund these buys. This just reinforces how aggressively he's betting on Bitcoin. Let's see what else we have today. Here it is. Florida proposes eliminating the state capital gains tax on Bitcoin, XRP, and stocks. This is a major development. The no-tax approach for XRP means that when you withdraw gains or use XRP for transactions, you wouldn't have to pay taxes. This is especially important because banks, who will rely on XRP as a payments bridge, need a system that's smooth and efficient. Imagine the chaos if banks had to declare capital gains taxes for every XRP transaction, especially since these transactions happen every second. It would be a logistical nightmare. The removal of capital gains taxes essentially clears the way for banks to adopt and use XRP without hurdles. The official source confirms it. Florida has proposed a law to eliminate capital gains taxes on Bitcoin. And while the headline mentions Bitcoin, it explicitly includes XRP and stocks as well. This aligns with what Eric Trump, son of Donald Trump, mentioned previously, that there would be zero capital gains tax on cryptocurrencies originating in the US. XRP, being a US-based project built and controlled by Ripple, would directly benefit from this. That's a critical point. Let's keep going. Here's another piece of news. How digital money is expected to grow in the US versus Europe. In Europe, we have the digital euro, cbdc, set to launch by October, while in the US, stablecoins are expected to dominate the digital money space, especially with the rollout of Ripple Dollar. Europe has its regulatory framework in place with the MiCA law, whereas the US is still waiting for the Genius Act to be finalized and implemented. Both regions are moving forward, But the US is working hard to catch up with stablecoin legislation. Here's an interesting twist. US banking groups want to reverse the rule requiring them to report cyber attacks, claiming it threatens national security. Let's think about this. The IMF has already warned about the rising risk of cyber attacks, suggesting this could be a strategy to introduce the ISO 20022 system under the guise of security concerns. Don't forget that warning. It dates back nearly a year, and now banks are pushing back on reporting requirements. Why? Maybe to downplay cyber attacks and avoid causing public panic. Remember, many cyber attacks happen every day, but not all are disclosed, likely to maintain the illusion of stability. In summary, we have multiple factors at play. Regulatory moves like the tax proposal in Florida that could directly benefit XRP, ongoing developments with cbdcs and stablecoins globally, and potential cybersecurity narratives that might be used to justify the implementation of ISO 20022 and blockchain-based systems. That's it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future updates. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.